The ideas from the Enlightenment and British policies towards the colonists helped to launch the American Revolution and influence the writing of the Declaration of Independence. The idea of natural rights was one of the Enlightenment ideas that influenced the launching of the American Revolution and the Declaration of Independence. Natural rights are rights that all people are born with. These rights appear in nature and are God-given. They include the right to life, liberty, and property. Thomas Jefferson included this idea when he wrote the Declaration of Independence. He called these rights inalienable rights and identified them as the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. He wrote that they are endowed by their Creator. This translates into people's Creator or God grants these rights and not the government. Therefore, the government cannot take away these rights. Colonists argued that Great Britain had denied them of these rights and therefore they had the right to rebel. The idea of self-government was another of the Enlightenment ideas. That influenced the launching of the American Revolution and the Declaration of Independence. Self-government is the idea that people should have the right to rule themselves. Colonists were angry with many of the acts and taxes that Parliament forced them to follow because they had no representation in Parliament. These laws were being passed on to them without their approval. No taxation without representation was one of the biggest reasons for the American Revolution and Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson argues in the Declaration of Independence that governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. The colonists argued that Britain was denying them their rights because they were being ruled without their consent because they had no representation in Parliament. The idea of government's purpose is to protect people's rights was another of the Enlightenment ideas that influenced the launching of the American Revolution and the Declaration of Independence. The colonists were angry with the way Britain was ruling over them. They believed that Britain was not protecting their rights as British citizens. They also believed that this was justification for rebelling against them. Jefferson states in the Declaration of Independence that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute a new government. Jefferson identifies the ways in which Britain is not protecting the colonists' rights throughout the Declaration.